YouTube a crazy world.
So you one of those YouTube deep dive guys.
I'm one of the YouTube guys.
What up, EuroLeague fans? Welcome to another episode of A Quarter with Kyle Hines. Today, we got a very special guest, one of my bros, one of my guys, Partizan's own, the captain of Partizan, as a matter of fact, my guy, KP, Kevin Punter. KP, what's up, man? How's everything?
What's up, bro? All is well, man. Can't complain. All is well.
And thank you for taking the time, stepping in the quarter with me. I really appreciate it, my guy.
Most definitely.
Now, I'm going to set the scene a little bit, man. It's the first EuroLeague, win that Partizan had, home win, since 2003. I read somewhere they said it was almost like 3,000 days since Partizan had a EuroLeague win. So after that game, what was that atmosphere like, winning that game? And when you guys as a team walked over to the crowd, what was that feeling like for you?
For me personally, it was obviously a long time coming. Obviously, it felt good to be part of history. Just being here last year, playing EuroCup, just kind of just going through a year not playing EuroLeague was I'm used to playing EuroLeague, so that year was, it was tough, just scheduling and things like that. So to actually get the first home win at home, in front of the fans, bro, it was much needed, for the city, for the fans, for the people that's been Partizan fans since they were kids and things of that nature. So it just felt extremely good, bro. Just for the guys that was here last year, all the stuff we went through last year, and just sacrificing it to finally be in this position here, to be EuroLeague and get the first win at home in front of, all the fans. It was a great experience.
Definitely, man. Now, Partizan, like you mentioned before, as one of the most historical clubs in European basketball history. So for you to be named captain, of Partizan basketball, what did that mean to you? When Coach Abramovich and the management told you, how did you feel about it?
Man, it was crazy, man. I'm in my 7th year as a professional, bro, and I played on different teams. Obviously, me and you played together, and I've always played with great guys that have won, had experience, and just good people. So, I always pride myself on just being a good guy, just God character, things like that. So, for me to be a captain of a historic club like this, bro, it's like an honor, bro, because that doesn't happen. American guys aren't captains of European teams, bro. You have some here and there, but that doesn't happen a lot. So for me, I embraced it. Once Coach came to me and was like, when I first got here during training camp, once he came to me with, I'm just like, let's, all right, cool, let's do it. It wasn't my choice, so I kind of just took on the role. It's new for me. I've obviously never done that on a European team, but I'm just I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to try to grow with it, and just try to just be the best captain there is to be possibly, so.
How was that role changed you? Like you said before, now you're a vet. You're a vet now.
Yeah, crazy.
A vet. Crazy. It's crazy to think about, and it goes by like
crazy.
This. Soon you're gonna be an old guy just like me, but how has that role and that new kind of found veteran status kind of changed you as a person?
Not too much. I'm not the most vocal. I'm not the guy that's gonna yell, scream, and always be talking constantly over and over. That's not really me. I will more so lead by example. But I've told the guys at the beginning of the year, I'm like, listen, I'm not you guys' fathers. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to make sure we're a unit. We're going to fight together. It's going to be ups and downs. I just want everybody to be the best individual that they can be. Because if everyone's the best individual they can be, together as a team will be really, really good.
You talked about, Coach Abramovich, giving you this responsibility. He's one of the, if not the, greatest coach, in EuroLeague history, won titles, has been successful. Everybody sees about how passionate he is on the court. Everybody knows who he is on the court. But what is something that you learned about him or something that surprised you about him off the court?
He's extremely intense on the court, but one thing I do respect about him off the court is he lives life, man. Like he's always smiling, always has his good people around him, and just staying in the moment. That's the one thing I really respect about him a lot. For a guy that loves basketball, he also loves life and just loves to just be himself and just lives in the moment. A lot of times, as either coaches or basketball players, we let basketball just take over our life and just let it affect us.
Yeah.
When you win or you lose, we just let it mess our day up, mess how we talk to, let's say, our friends and family.
Definitely. Now I want to talk a little bit about home a little bit. You're from New York City, in case people don't know. I mean, all New Yorkers, they wear it as like a badge of honor. You know, my wife's from New York, and she reminds me all the time. So to the people that don't know, explain what basketball means, to people, in New York, the Mecca or the home of basketball. What does it mean to people from New York?
Everything. We grew up playing basketball, just on the playground, outside in the street. Like that's the YMCA's, the everything. AAU. Like we grow up playing basketball. Like when it's nothing to do, you go outside. Most neighborhoods have its own park area with hoops and stuff like that. So really grow up playing basketball. When there's nothing to do, you running around outside, throwing the ball at the rim, at whatever age you are. And we learned that. That's like you're almost born into that.
Now, talking about back home, growing up, playing in New York, playing in the playgrounds, growing up, did you ever think that you would be where you was at right now, playing EuroLeague basketball, being the captain, of one of the most famous historical, Serbian teams?
Yeah, nah, not at all. You couldn't tell me a lot of this stuff that I done been through in my career with basketball as a professional, college. I couldn't. If you would have told me this when I was 7, 8, 9 years old, I would have thought you was playing around. Like I couldn't imagine. I'd be sitting here lying if I said I could imagine something. Nah, there's no way. Like it's just no. I never thought I'd be in Europe, bro.
Yeah.
And us as growing up as young athletes, everything was NBA, NBA, NBA. Like we don't know nothing about the Europe side of things until we're kind of just thrown into it. So that's all I knew was like, I'm a Knicks fan. That's all I knew was the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? That's all I knew, bro. So it's like, you tell me I got to go to Europe. Like, what's that? I didn't even have a passport when I had to come to Europe. So I couldn't imagine this, bro. I couldn't at all.
The last question I have, for many people that don't know, like I've seen your career grow. Now, I mean, you was with my brother, back in the days in Lavrio. So I've seen you grow all the way from starting out in Greece to now, you're one of the, superstars of Europe. So first of all, I'm gonna say I'm proud of you. I tell you all the time,
Appreciate you,
we was on the team, man. You just getting started, but what advice would you have, for the next kid that's coming out of New York City, that's looking to have a successful EuroLeague career like you've had so far?
I would say just to learn how to adjust on and off the court. I feel like that was a big part of why I was able to kind of go far, just to be able to adapt on and off the court. And I say that because I struggled in both of those areas. Off the court, I struggled just with the lifestyle of just living in Europe and things of that nature. And then on the court, early in my career, I kind of struggled a little bit, just trying to adapt my game into the European game and just kind of just trying to put my mix in kind of like how I play here. But one thing I've noticed was as I continued to like adapt my game and just expand my game more, it made playing with different players and different clubs a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing I would say, because I feel like sometimes players struggle with adapting their game, you know what I'm saying? Or trying to fit exactly what they do with a certain team and I feel like you got to kind of adjust your game a little bit. Not adjust in a bad way, but just kind of add more, be open to, doing, let's say, more catch and shooting when you're used to always being on the ball, or being more on the ball when you're used to catching and shooting. Like just little things like that, I feel like will help a lot, will help any player just make it to the highest level of whether it's EuroLeague, NBA, anything, So that's the advice I would say.
And that's great advice, man. And you definitely, showed that so far over your career, man. You definitely. Now, before I let you go, hop out of the quarter, we're going to do our last segment, which is quick questions. You give me quick answers, and that is our 1 minute crunch time segment. So here we go. I'm going to start it up. What is your go-to warm-up song?
Wow, go-to warm-up song. That's a good one. I say a song called by my boy Stupid De Niro, Let It To Myself.
Favorite pregame meal?
Pasta.
Do you have any like pregame like superstitions or pregame rituals you could share?
All right, so after I'm done shooting around, after I'm done with my pregame warm up and things like that, you can't touch the inside of my hand.
Really?
Yeah, the inside of my hand on both hands, you can't touch it.
I'll play with you for a year, and I swear I never do that. Yo, that's crazy.
You never, it's real. So like when we're on the layup line, you know how guys dap each other up. You probably never notice. If you notice, it's always yes, it's always like exactly.
I never noticed that. Yo,
you probably never noticed it. Yeah, you probably never noticed it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Anything special you keep in your locker?
My locker? No, nothing special. No.
What show are you currently watching on the road?
On the road, wow. Nah, I don't watch no shows. I be on YouTube, bro. I be listening to podcasts. You know, YouTube a crazy world.
So you one of those YouTube deep dive guys.
Like, yeah, I'm one of the YouTube guys.
Your go-to game sneaker?
My Gilbert Arenas, my Adidas. You know, I'm with Adidas now, so my Gilbert Arenas.
Shout out to Adidas.
Shout out to Adidas.
And the last one, I'm sure you're going to have many more, but so far, your favorite EuroLeague highlight?
Wow. I ain't gonna lie, bro. My favorite individual moments was when we went to the Final Four, bro. I've never witnessed nothing like that in my life. And to get that, and the first year we all were together, bro, that was kind of like one of the most, like, that was amazing, bro. That was amazing. Everyone in Europe knows how hard it is to get to a Final Four. So that was amazing, bro.
Yeah, man, that was special, man. Well, I appreciate you, my guy, man. I wish you best of luck. You know, I mean, I hope you continue to, do the great things that you've been doing on the court. And I'm sure we'll see each other very soon.
Sure. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for having me, bro.
Anytime, my guy. Anytime. EuroLeague fans, thank you for tuning in to another episode of A Quarter with Kyle Hines. Check out our future episodes coming very soon. Take care.